So what happened to B Simone? Like seriously, what is really happening with her? This video is not hate, by the way. This video is reflection. Now, what happened to B Simone? Like seriously, what happened? Because I do have to say I was one of her biggest fans. Now, I'm not talking like a casual fan. Like I'm talking like I was watching every single vlog, obsessed, all the way tapped in. Um, I supported her lip gloss lines. I'm actually in like one of her vlogs purposely to like just show support. I'm talking like she's a blueprint of my 20s, like from year 25 all the way up to maybe year 27. She was the blueprint. I watched every video. I watched every video. So I'm talking like I watched every video. I followed every move as I was building myself up as an entrepreneur, moving from Virginia to Atlanta. B Simone was just it, you know? She was loud, she was confident, she was God fearing, she was hilarious, she was creative, and most of all, she was a hard worker. She was the woman I looked at and said, that's the kind of woman I want to be in the entertainment industry. So let's go ahead and get into it. The downfall of B Simone needs to be studied. I went ahead and put this together in my notes, so I'm looking over to the side because there's a whole lot I want to cover. But let's talk about the rise. She documented everything from building her brand to becoming a millionaire. She did it all. She did stand up comedy, a beauty line, books, YouTube scripts, the Zeus dating show. And even when people clowned her, she just kept showing up. Like the tenacity was all over B. Simone. Hardworking woman, like hardworking. And I don't think she gets enough credit, but she just kept showing up. She constantly talked about God, and that's what drew me in the most. You know, you rarely see celebrities, maybe like when they win an award, they say, "Thank you, God," but you rarely see celebrities every single day. Hey, I did this. Thank you, God. I have this now. Thank you, God. Guys, I think I'm about to start doing this. Thank you, God. Like it was never like that. And it felt very real. You rarely see celebrities, especially in comedy, talk about the Lord the way she did. She reminded us to give thanks, to speak life, to manifest. I didn't know nothing about manifestation until B. Simone and the power of manifestation. And she told us to hustle. And for someone who grew up believing in God, that was powerful to see in a woman who looked just like me. So I did realize a shift around COVID as her YouTube videos were going up and her comedy career was starting to blossom, and the social media was at an all-time high during COVID. I did see a shift. But somewhere along the line, something shifted, and recently it's been really hard to watch, especially for me as a fan. So the viral clips where she says so recently, right? Let's talk about what's going on right now. So right now, B Simone is viral for two separate things in one podcast video. Has it ever happened? Someone going crazy viral for two separate topics in a one podcast video? So there's a viral podcast that she has now. She said, "Let's try this again," which is crazy because it's her second attempt at podcasting, where she says she shops at Bloomingdale's. She says she used to shop at Bloomingdale's, right, when she was all the way up and turned up and finances just going crazy. She was shopping at Bloomingdale's, and it hurts to see that she now has to shop at H&M. And um people are not taking that very well at all. But it is kind of crazy though because I thought everybody shops at H&M. I didn't know you had to be, you know, like I didn't know H&M is like something we could talk down on. I mean, personally, I don't like shopping at H&M, but it be having some nice things, some quality things. Like it looks designer. So a lot of people are not feeling that. They're kind of making fun of her, like, "Oh my gosh, I have to shop at H&M." We all looking at her like, "Girl, what? We still shop at like Rainbow and whatnot." But besides that clip, she's also going viral because she has a best friend, and she's actually the co-host on the show for that specific episode. And her friend asked her, "Am I a B?" Someone asked her, "Am I a good friend?" And she was kind of like waiting. She's kind of thinking about it, like, yeah, good friend, but when I was homeless and I didn't have no money and I didn't have no job and I'm a single mother. You did not help me. I watched you help everybody around, but you never helped me. And everybody that's watching it, I'm telling you, it went bonkers on social media that night. Cause everybody's like, like that's you call that girl your best friend, but you did not help her at a time in need, and you are a millionaire, and you're also helping random people. B Simone mentioned that she got people cars, she got people houses. She had bail money. Got people out of jail. So everybody was just so surprised to hear that B Simone never helped this girl. Now, me, as a B Simone fan, and like I said, my 20s, I was confused as to who this girl was. Side note, I was confused. Shakana, like, I didn't know who she was. Because when I was watching B Simone's vlogs, all you saw in the videos was Jackie O, Light Skin Keisha, Hash Doll, Pretty V. I think her name is Latricia, the fitness influencer that kind of looks like Jackie O. Um, and of course, Megan Ashley, which they're clearly not friends no more. But her, I've never seen her. Never seen her at all. Huh. That was interesting to me. But honestly, it broke my heart. Not because I think she has to give anyone money, but because this is someone who she called her sister. And the way it was said, no emotion, no grace, just cold. Like in the video, all B someone had to say to this girl was Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Basically, like, girl, I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with that. But after watching that clip, seeing B Simone go for the viral for these two things. One, she had to downgrade her life and she kind of looks down on it. And then also not being the greatest friend to a friend in need that especially somebody call you your best friend. I start to see a pattern. Cause y'all remember when B Simone went viral because she said she'll never be with a guy that works a 9 to 5? Time got it completely. When I was younger, I was like, of course, like she ain't really why she would be. But now that I'm older and I see how shitty people are that are well off. If you're a well off woman, what's wrong with being with a man? At least he got a job, he got income, he has a vision, he has a dream. You know, support that man. So I kind of look at that differently. But that was then, and then you have this situation again with the friend. And y'all know she recently went through something with Megan Ashley, which we don't know the reason why they fell out for real. But it's clear it was B Simone's fault. But I noticed a pattern. This isn't the first time the internet has come for her. Let's walk through it real quick. The manifestation book. We found out she didn't even write it. I think they said that she took it off of Pinterest and the people tried to sue or whatever. Then the Jackie O. Jackie O passed away. I believe she was getting a mommy makeover. And she passed away. I think this was 2022. And instead of B Simone, doing regular things when people pass, I don't. She was like, I'm gonna start a close friends, and I'm gonna charge people so they can just see me grieving. And that was that. I'm not gonna lie, that was weird. That was a little weird. But a lot of people on social media was like, "Girl, what the hell?" And I was like, "What the hell?" She charged people to view her grieving process via close friends on Instagram. Then we have, to this day, one of the biggest mysteries about B Simone, the fallout with her friend Megan Ashley. They had one of the biggest spiritual based podcasts for women of faith, and it just disappeared. No goodbye, no closure. It was just gone. When I tell y'all this podcast was gold, this podcast was gold. Two beautiful, gorgeous women, two completely different walks of life. You got a single B Simone, and you have a woman that's just going through a divorce. Two gorgeous black women, best friends, supportive. Imagine the fan base around this, you guys. And they're talking about faith and they talking about the Lord. They had one of the biggest podcasts, and they left us with no reasoning on why the relationship ended. Well, Megan Ashley did come out and say, sometimes we just grew apart. But she believes that. Cause y'all have been best friends since y'all was kids. Well, that's what B Simone said. And you were also her assistant. So what the hell? What the hell happened? I do not know her name. Let me get it. Let me get it right for you guys. Let me get it right. Is it Latricia Gardner? Latricia Gardner. Yes, it is. Okay. It is Latricia. That is her name. Then let's talk about influencer Latricia Gardner. She even came forward and said they are not friends anymore. And that broke her heart. Try to insert a video. Try to insert photos and videos where I can. And let's not forget the baby era. People felt she was chasing clout and publicly thirsting after a man who was clearly not going to give her the time of day. And she was in a music video. And that's not even mentioning the jokes about the 9 to 5 men, the plagiarism scandal, or the multiple times fans of Friends have said she's hard to be around. So, part four, let's go ahead and get into my post that has gone viral overnight. So, now here's where I might lose some of y'all, but hear me out, okay? I made a TikTok video yesterday. It's gone viral. Didn't really expect that to happen. It was just like a thought, you know? Um, the comments in there are pretty positive, and a lot of people saying, I didn't think of that, or I kind of agree with you. So it's like that. Really no hatred, you know. So I was like, okay, well, we're clearly all thinking the same thing, you know? So moving forward, I made a TikTok video yesterday. It's gone viral. In it, I said something I felt instantly once I saw that podcast clip of her and her friend go viral. Her and her friend go viral. Um, I think there's a karmic shift that happened. And I think it has to do with Desi Banks. I know that's crazy, y'all, because there's so many people that been around B Simone, but I know it sounds crazy. I think it was when she fumbled Desi Banks. And a lot of people in the comments are getting that confused. When I say fumbled, people are like, wait, they dated? F- to fumble somebody doesn't mean that you had to be in a relationship with them or you dated with them or you had to publicly mess with them. You could fumble somebody just from them being around you and you pass on an opportunity with them. So I know. I don't know these people in the real life, but from the outside looking in, Desi Banks and B Simone were solid. Okay. Solid friends, creators, business partners. They had a whole YouTube channel that was blowing up. I need to drop the numbers right here. Their comedy sketches were unmatched. Chemistry was crazy. And Desi, he seems like a real one. He seemed like a real one. Every every single every single video with B Simone, Desi Desi just giving that sidekick energy. Like that could have been her man. Now I have no proof if they were romantically involved, but you would just have to go back and watch. You would just have to go watch the YouTube videos. One specific video that I did recommend somebody in the comment section to go watch is when B Simone does a prank on Desi, telling him that she's moving to LA for a man. You cannot, this was not acting, okay? This is real. If you watch the video, if you watch the body language, it looks like Desi Banks is about to not even just break down in tears, like he's heavily disappointed. Like somebody that's really important to him is leaving. This isn't just his homegirl. Looked like this is somebody that was a lot closer. Like maybe like in somebody you're in love with. So I don't have the proof, y'all. I don't have the proof. And no, they have never dated. There's no proof of that. But there is podcast clips of people asking, are y'all in a relationship? And most of the time, it was B Simone always answering first. Desi was never answering. Like, hell nah. Like, you know, like how guys do. Like, I don't. B Simone's like, nah, we business. This business. So that just tells me if that is the case, B Simone fumbled. So now I'm not saying they were dating, but I'm saying it looked like he genuinely cared for her. And I feel like she couldn't see it. And when you reject people God sent in your life, people who were meant to walk the journey with you, sometimes that shifts your path in ways you do not expect. I have learned this from experience and just witnessing people's different walks of life. When God puts somebody in your life for a specific position, you're supposed to recognize and respect that. You're supposed to. And there's a lot of false people out here, you know. There's a lot of people that shoot, even me being a businesswoman, I had a whole lot of people being friends with me, not for the right reasons. But for example, like for the people that are in my life to this day, these are people that I have to think my career to, like I have to think my self growth to. And even like with my partner, that is when I seen them, I recognized that they weren't just somebody out here that's just, lust and, that's somebody that's meant to bring me closer to my purpose. Like I said, y'all, I'm not in the life. This is just me just watching, okay? This is me just watching. But if you ignore that, and not even just ignore, if you decline that for material purposes, or because maybe they just not a good look for me, or I could do better, non-humble reasons can shift your whole walk of life. Let me know in the comments if y'all agree or disagree, if y'all experienced this as well, or share your story. But I feel that's true. And B Simone did great regardless. She's doing amazing to this day regardless. So she's gonna continue to do amazing because she's a hardworking woman. And she deserves it. But I do feel that the 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 downfall could have been could have been from being like, I'm not gonna be with this person because of A, B, and C, whether it was because he's on the same level as me, comedy, he ain't no multimillionaire or da da da, or he don't look like the baby or whatever the reason was. But besides that, from the outside looking in, I don't know Desi Bakes, you know, but I do know that man supported her. That man was right by. They built something amazing together. He understood her. She understood him. Go watch the videos. Go watch the videos. So moving on to the bigger question. So now we have to ask, is B Simone the problem? Is she really a bad friend? Is she controlling? Is she jealous of the women around her? Is she chasing love so hard that she can't receive what's real? Because her life, as public as it's been, looks like a cycle of emotional breakdowns, friendship losses, and a deep craving for a man to share her success with. And B Simone is beautiful, y'all. I see a lot of people in the comments. This girl is fat. B Simone is beautiful. What is y'all even talking about? So it's just confusing why every time she's moving forward, she takes a step back because of what the public feels about her. People gonna hate, but there's clearly something going on. Why aren't these friends that she was so saying my best friends, why aren't they around no more? But guess maybe beauty doesn't fix what's inside. So I want to be clear. This is not a B Simone hate video. This is coming from someone who loves her. Okay, I'm to this day a B Simone fan. Okay, she taught me manifestation. She taught me how to carry myself. She taught me how to move, especially for being from a small town girl, VA, coming down to Atlanta. How to maneuver as a businesswoman, vlogging, capturing different moments of my life, being transparent. You know, she put me on. So I love B Simone. Um, this is coming from someone who loved her, who studied her, who clapped when she hit a million, who cried when she cried. Ton of times B Simone cried and I cried. But when she hit that, let me know if that could be something else too. Like when she reached $1 million, I watched that video back yesterday. Sometimes it makes me think, could that have been a part of the downfall too? Should we not record when we reach milestones? Like especially like becoming a millionaire, like showing the bank account, showing, I really think it's something is deeper happening. This isn't just something that's surface level. This is not just people just hating and friendships just ending. I feel like there's something karmically going on. So, but the downfall we're seeing, it's not random, it's a reflection. And I hope one day she takes a real pause to look at the relationships she's lost, the people she's possibly hurt, and if she needs to heal, heal for real, okay? Heal for real. Heal for real. Because I still believe she has purpose. Of course, everybody has purpose. But right now, it's hard to watch. It's starting to get to the point to where people not feeling nothing she's saying. Nothing. Can't even do a podcast video and people are like, girl, what? So let me know in the comments what do you think is going on with B Simone. Are we being too hard on her, or is this just accountability catching up? Thank you for watching, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram. It says Tracy Mitchell VA down here, but I actually changed my name to Tracy VA Media, like my company name. So make sure you hit that follow button. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this video. And if you made it this far, you know this conversation isn't just about her. It's about all of us and how we treat people and how we walk with God, how we respond to correction, and how we grow. So like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're on TikTok, go check out my viral video that started this whole thing. And I'm going to see y'all next time, okay? I'm Tracy VA.